I absolutely love Gina Carano. She is just a boss. She's an absolute boss. Not only is she a boss in the ring, but she's a boss on the internet. If you don't follow Gina Carano on Twitter, then you are missing out, because this is one of the most just down the line, normal people you'll meet ever, like in showbiz, in terms of how she handles herself. She's fantastic. And unfortunately, because she's clearly quite a centrist, very, I don't know, what you would say in the UK anyway, classical liberal, just someone who, you know, thinks logically, she's now being called to be fired. Because people have harassed her for months and months and months as to why she does not have pronouns in her bio. Now, the reason why people put pronouns in their bio, I know will be obvious to a lot of people, but just to explain it as a bit of a backstory, people put them in there so they are not misgendered, right? And if you want to do that, and you feel that that's going to be of benefit to you, and you are part of a marginalised community, and, you know, that sort of misgendering subject matter, that sort of act really causes great offence to you, so be it. Put your pronouns in your bio. That makes perfect sense. But there is absolutely no reason why anyone should put their pronouns in their bio other than that, really. You know, there's no reason why you should be forced into doing it. Now, there is a phenomenon happening where people are putting pronouns in their bio as a way of showing solidarity with the trans and I presume it's the non-binary community, I don't know. But as a result of that, people are now being bullied and harassed, quite literally harassed, and I mean it's just relentless harassment as to why you don't do it. And it's like, well, you know, you don't need to run around. It was the same with the BLM situation, you know, like I got called out for not talking about BLM, and that apparently made me a racist. It's utter nonsense. Now apparently to not have pronouns in your bio means that you're anti-trans. That's the way of the world, and Gina Carano has been subject to this massive level of harassment from, and it's not even from the trans community, FYI, it seems to be just from the left community, that sort of political leaning. And now there's calls for her to be fired from The Mandalorian. Why? Because after months of relentless harassment, she chose to put beep, bop, boop in her bio as a way of basically saying, hey, I'm not going to be bullied to put pronouns in my bio, so please stop. And now people are saying that she's anti-trans and she is mocking the trans community because she has beep, boop, bop in her bio on Twitter. Yeah, that is actually the level of first world problems these utter twat waffles are doing. It's insane. And we're going to look in it. We're going to look at it right here. And like I said, genuinely follow her. I follow her on Twitter. She's amazing. And I think she's really good at what she does. It'd be a massive shame if this causes Disney to fire her from The Mandalorian, because she's probably some of the best things on The Mandalorian, or has been anyway. She's great. She's really, really good. Now, anyway, this is on NME. They picked up on it and sort of told the whole story, so that's why we're going through this article. But Gina Carano has been accused of mocking trans people after putting the words, and again, this is a real sentence. This is really what's happening, because she put the words boop, bop, beep in her Twitter bio in lieu of pronouns. Yes, that is where we're at in today's day and age. It is absolutely insane. It doesn't really make any sense. But hey, I mean, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter, does it? This is where we're at now. Apparently, just doing that is offensive. Now, the actress who portrays Cara Dune on the Disney Plus Star Wars series was asked by fans whether she would add pronouns to her bio to show solidarity with the trans community. Now, that is fine. Ask your favourite celebrities and your stars. But if they say no, then accept it. You know? That's the point of a request, isn't it? You know, you ask, and if they refuse, which they are well within their right to, you leave them alone. Now, the act of adding pronouns has been common among trans and non-binary people in order to avoid being misgendered, which I kind of go through, at the start of this video, which makes sense. And then, many other people have also included them to show support for the community, which is absolutely fine. If that is what you want to do, no worries. It doesn't hurt anyone. Fill your boots. But do not demand that someone has to do it for your, presumably, amusement. Gina Carano is not a dancing monkey, for God's sake. If she doesn't wish to do it, leave her alone. You know, in the very act of harassing her to do that, kind of removes, you know, any good intention behind your request of asking her if she would do it to show solidarity, right? I mean, surely. Because you're just turning into, well, a bully, as she rightly points out. Now, one user tweeted to Carano that her co-star Pedro Pascal had included them, while also accusing her of liking tweets that mock the act of adding pronouns. Who cares if she was liking tweets that mocked them? I mean, it's fine, isn't it? Oh, can we not find things funny anymore? We're going to be the arbiter of comedy. Apparently, yes, we are. And she replied, yes, Pedro and I spoke and he helped me understand why people were putting them in their bios. I didn't know before, but I do now. I won't be putting them in my bio, but good for all you who choose to. I stand against bullying, especially the most vulnerable, and freedom to choose. That's a fantastic reply. It is respectful, whilst also stating, this is my stance, but live your life. Lovely, very respectful reply. I don't see the issue. But apparently, yes, people saw an issue. And then someone asked her, you know, what's the issue? Because people are going crazy at you. And she replied, they're mad because I won't put pronouns in my bio to show my support for trans lives. After months of harassing me in every way, I decided to put 3 very controversial words in my bio. Beep, bop, boop. I'm not against trans lives at all. They need to find less abusive representation. That's the thing, right? The people running around abusing her, Gina Carano, again, a woman, are the ones apparently representing the trans community, which is a really bad representation. That's not good. You don't want bullies, you know, your bullies and harassers to be representative of you, do you? It's awful. And then someone asked, can you see how some would read that as mocking? And she replied again, very, very, very respectfully. I don't think trans people would like all of you trying to force a woman to put something in her bio through harassment and name-calling every day for months, such as racist, transphobe, bitch, weirdo, I hope you die, I hope you lose your career, you're fat, you're ugly. Surely that's not what anyone wants, no? That's horrendous. And this is the tweet, which kind of explains it all, and I love it. Beep Bop Boop has 0 to do with mocking trans people and 100% to do with exposing the bullying mentality of the mob that has taken over the voices of many genuine causes. And that's the thing, because a bunch of people will be watching this going, well, you're in support of this mistake, you're a transphobe. Wrong. Completely wrong. It won't be trans people that are saying that. Because trans people email me, trans subscribers watch. I have trans subscribers, and I love you all. It's fantastic that you watch me. I think we can all, you know, have common ground. I don't see the problem. But this is the thing. People take these causes and try to rally the charge, and they're not the voice. It's disgusting. I want people to know that you can take hate with a smile. So boop you for misunderstanding. Again, what a lovely, lovely, respectful tweet. And then it went mental from there. Absolutely mental from there. Girl, we aren't buying it. The fact that you even thought it was a good idea after outright refusing to add your pronouns to your profile seems like mockery to me. She doesn't have to, you utter moron. I was going to go completely off on this, but after thinking for a moment, all I'm going to say is I hope that someday you realise how contradictory it is to make a joke at an entire marginalised community's expense to try and prove that you're anti-bullying. She didn't. She didn't. I mean, I don't... What? That's... Huh? Come on now, please. Do you not see how ludicrous this really is? Take a step back. I'm sorry, but if people are telling you that it is offensive and hurtful, then why keep it up? I don't think people have to put pronouns if they do not want to, but do not mock people who do. You might not think it was a mocking tone, but it clearly does, or clearly is. But the thing is, offence isn't given; it's just taken. You can choose to be offended by something, and if I take a rudimentary look through these, I mean, they're not trans people, are they? So where's the issue here? Or I presume this individual is. Cis people do not get to determine what is and isn't harmful to the trans community. Many trans people have said any sort of pronoun mocking jokes from cis people, no matter the intent, causes harm. Well, then get off the internet, I guess, unfortunately. Like, I know it's a really, really harsh thing to say, but that's life. You can't be wrapped up in cotton wool. I know it sucks to hear. But this is what I've been going on about. PAGs, the Participation Award Generation. You just want stuff. You want to be wrapped up in cotton wool. You want awards just for turning up. You want the world not to say anything harmful. Well, sorry, but the world is a shitty, shitty place. It's horrible. It's awful. People grow up without families. People grow up being beaten and abused. That's the world we live in. She is being respectful, but attacking her isn't going to do anything for your cause. It's not going to make her go, yeah, definitely I'm pro-trans now, is it? Let's be honest. Replace Gina Carano with a trans woman on The Mandalorian, and then it just goes on from there. Gina Carano is ignorant AF, and I hope she gets fired. Yes, that's right. So progressive, because she won't put pronouns, and she brought light to bullying and harassment of her. Hurtful things going at her. Therefore, she must lose her job. Okay. Really, that's the world we're in now. The Gina Carano is trash saga continues. I seriously hope Disney fires her from The Mandalorian and replaces her with a new trans character. To add, I imagine she'll live throughout Season 2, so they should just kill Cara Dune off between Season 2 and Season 3 to avoid her coming back to the set. I read the follow-up tweet. But there you go. This is nonsense. This is clearly... It's just insanity. It's insanity. It really is. And just to add and close here is that there's no issue with trans people at all. It's the issue here is with people who are not actually trans trying to represent the trans community and attacking a woman. What are you doing? You're not doing yourself any favours. You look stupid. And Cara Dune's lovely. She's like the Chris Hemsworth, the female Chris Hemsworth of the Hollywood world. She's just incredibly likeable. Watch her in any interview. How can you dislike the woman? What's wrong with you fools? PAGs, ladies and gents. Hashtag PAGs. Participation Award Generation. Anyway, up at Mr. H, there's links down below to my GoFundMe for my next film, Patreon, Twitter, all that good stuff. Take care.